At the Jesuit Post, one of the things we focused on is new media and reaching seekers. Do you see this as a frontier that the Society of Jesus is tackling and doing things in, not just in the United States, but across the world?
Yeah, I think media is clearly a new frontier, and we don't know yet how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And we will see later how much computers and smartphones and other media affect the brain of the children, and the way of understanding reality and the way of facing the different crises that every person is going to have in life. We don't know yet, and that's why this is a frontier. That's why it's a frontier, because we don't know, and we have to go there to explore, and we have to go there to see what we can find out, and what kind of persons are coming out of this frontier. No? Because not everything is going to be perfect, not everything is going to be negative, not everything is going to be positive. So we will need again very Ignatian discernment on what helps, what doesn't help, and how to accompany people in the middle of the search.
One of the things you've talked about in some of your letters is the globalization of superficiality. And so I guess the question I want to ask is, what exactly does that term mean? So for people that are, immersed, so these digital natives, how do we explain to them the globalization of superficiality that we're worried about, so that they recognize what that is?
Yeah, I think there we might have one of the biggest challenges to how to present Jesuit spirituality, which is a spirituality of reflection, of examine, of meditation, of consultation, prayer, etc., to a generation that is used to instant information and instant response. An Ignatian methodology is that we start where the other is, and hopefully bring them to where God wants them to go. No? Therefore, we can start with these means as a way of creating contact and creating a trust that we understand where they are, and then little by little invite them to move into deeper reflection, into understanding of reality that is a little more nuanced, more balanced, etc. And not all the information we get in Google is dogma of faith, So Google gives us all the information but doesn't give us any criterion for truth. So we have a lot of information without judgment, without reflection, without prayer about that. And this is always a risk, but that's where people are. So we have to start there.